The artifact had been sitting in Lab 7 for 3 months, inert and inscrutable. A perfect obsidian sphere, 2 feet in diameter, covered in symbols that shifted whenever you looked away. Dr. Chin's team had tried everything: electricity, radiation, sound waves, even playing Mozart. Nothing. Jake was just a night security guard trying to stay awake. "Another exciting evening watching rocks," he muttered, walking his rounds past the artifact. The lab was empty, the scientists long gone. Jake stopped, staring at the sphere sitting on its titanium pedestal. "What's your deal, anyway? Some kind of alien alarm clock?" He laughed at his own joke, then leaned closer. "Come on, buddy. Wake up." The sphere pulsed with light. Jake stumbled backward, his radio clattering to the floor. The symbols blazed brilliant blue, spinning faster and faster until they lifted off the surface, floating in the air like luminous butterflies. A sound filled the room. Not quite music, not quite language, something between a choir and quantum mathematics. Then a voice, ancient and vast, acknowledged. Authentication protocol initiated. "Oh shit. Oh shit." Jake scrambled for his radio. "This is Jake in Lab 7. We have the thing is, it's talking." Scanning genetic structure. A beam of pale light shot from the sphere, enveloping Jake. He felt it pass through him, warm and strange, reading him like a book written in DNA. The sensation lasted 3 seconds, but felt like hours. Analysis complete. Bloodline recognized. Bloodline? What bloodline? "I'm Jake Morrison from Cleveland." Incorrect. You are descendant. House of Kale. Dynasty Morrison. Line unbroken for 73,000 years. Jake's mouth went dry. That's impossible. My family tree goes back maybe 5 generations on Ancestry.com. Your ancestors fled the burning of Kale Prime. They walked between stars. They seeded this world and forgot themselves, but the blood remembers. The artifact remembers. The sphere rose from its pedestal, hovering at eye level. Jake could see his reflection in its surface, but behind him, ghostly and translucent, stood figures in armor that looked like crystallized starlight. Hundreds of them, thousands, stretching back into infinity. "What do you want from me?" The empire fell. The dynasty scattered. This vessel was sent to find the heir when the time came. You spoke the words. You woke the inheritance. I was joking. I didn't mean. Intent is irrelevant. Bloodline is absolute. Do you accept the burden of House Kale? Burden? What burden? Jake's heart hammered. Alarms were blaring now, footsteps thundering down the corridor. Dr. Chin's voice crackled over the intercom, frantic and demanding. Knowledge, power, responsibility. 7 worlds wait in stasis. 7 billion souls in suspended dreams. They sleep until the heir returns. They sleep until you choose. The doors burst open. Security teams poured in, weapons drawn. Dr. Chun pushed through, her face pale. Jake, step away from. The sphere pulsed again, and time seemed to slow. Jake saw it all laid before him like a map written in light. Worlds hanging in the dark, sleeping cities under crystal domes, ships the size of continents waiting for a command that only his voice could give. The weight of 73,000 years pressed against his skull, and somewhere in his bones, in his blood, in the double helix that linked him to starfarers and empire builders, something answered, yes. I remember. If I say yes, Jake whispered, does it come with health insurance? IT comes with everything. Jake looked at Dr. Chun, at the guards, at the ordinary life he'd lived for 26 years. Then he looked at the sphere, at the ghosts of his ancestors, at the weight of destiny he'd accidentally triggered with a joke. Well, he said, his voice steadier than he felt. Guess I'm royalty now. The sphere erupted with light, and Jake Morrison, heir to House Kale, guardian of 7 sleeping worlds, began to remember who he'd always been.